Salute to all my twins. We in for another great build on Atlantis Indigenous Radio. Of course, exclusively on Two Raw for TV.tv. So, of course, download that app, all the iPhone, as well as it's a beta version that you can go to on the website for the Android, if I'm mistaken. But just make sure you get you a paid subscription too, because what we're doing is valuable, and you ain't getting no other information like this nowhere else. And authentically, just everybody that's on the roster of True Raw for TV.tv, check it out, because right after me, you got my brother Palmetto Star. They're gonna be going in again with another great classical show, like he always do, and from Shelly to Courtney to, of course, Dre killing it, Farming, uh, Lady Empress, Mahogany Roots. Come on, man. Just the whole lineup, all the brothers and sisters, man. And probably going to be more and more, continue to grow. So make sure y'all check out everybody. But yeah, so tonight we going in. This was something that I did on Two Raw for TV radio, Palmetto Star, on his show. Prior to him being a network when he was on Blog Talk Radio. But it was called The Black Hole Effect. What is the Black Hole Effect? So tonight we actually going to be going into the Black Hole Effect, how it ties into astronomical intelligence. Now, we got to rewind because we in what they call a Mercury retrograde. I ain't going to use the all get into my indigenous, because y'all know it's indigenous terminologies for all of this stuff. Mercury, you can deal with Jehuti if you like to deal with the Tamarayan or Kemetic god knowledge. All of these planetary energies, star frequencies, have indigenous names and terminologies to them. So you can, play with them how you want to play with them. But we in a Mercury retrograde period, right? So we got to go back, go back to my first show on Two Raw for TV.tv. You feel me? My first broadcast, Panther Portal. Damn, I've been pushing P, and I could have did all of my shows as pushing P, but I wanted to say that for this one. That divine Atlantis frequency of pushing prosperity. Yeah, absolutely. So Panther Portal, that was the first initiatory show. Go back to it. That was my hour-long show. I really went in on giving you prosperity. We're dealing with that divine frequency. All right. So please review that show. Go back. That's a classic. And I dropped some gems in that, some serious gems on some elders to check out, how to understand the Panther energy from the indigenous martial arts sacred society perspective. It's powerful. It's really nurturing on a very different level, and we revisiting that today with prosperity portal though. Because it's the same thing. It's still that Panther portal. Prosperity portal is dealing with divine protection. And you are divinely protected through what? That divine intelligence, astronomical intelligence. That's an aspect of your ancestral intelligence. That's our ancestral inheritance too. Understanding that divine cosmic frequency, the most powerful force in the universe. Let's just take it back. Let's start. What is the black hole effect? Powerful. The most powerful force in the universe is what? The black hole. For sure, man. Yeah. So in my indigenous society, we understand what that black hole is. That divine chocolate goddess frequency, dealing with the black hole, that universal frequency that is the most powerful force in the universe, right? It's gravitational pull You ain't escaping that. Magnetism. You feel me? That's power. That's power. That's electromagnetic energy. That's your mind. So we definitely dropped that on the man back when Palmetto was on Too Raw for TV, but Blog Talk. You know, he started Too Raw for TV, the brand, but it was back on Blog Talk. So that's the power in understanding the power of yourself, knowledge yourself. Because we got to revisit things so we can all have a greater understanding. You know, that's the most powerful force in the universe, right? We put a W in front of that. We whole, as in wholeness, right? Unity. That's what all of our people say they want, right? Unity. We need unity. Most of our folks is unified. They unify under victimhood. I told you on the first show when I came pushing P, man, we got indigenous bodybuilding system, right? Indigenous bodybuilding is a derivative from indigenous martial arts, which we know of as martial alchemy. Divine systems of protection. Bloodline, shinobi, ninja. You feel me? Ninja is think about it. Y'all use that glyph all day on social media to say nigga, nagas, you know, negus. However you go into divine, you know, N-word that we called ourselves in various different cultures. Over here, we dealt with the nagas, the dark serpent lords. So it's power in understanding who you are and having systems that is your divine culture that you hand down to your seeds and y'all prosper through that. Prosperity portal. So again, revisit Panther Portal, my first show. Knock that out the park. And it's an up and coming, what they call Jupiter and Leo placement. You can tie that to the Panther Portal because you're gonna hear a lot about of what I'm telling you. You're gonna see a lot of even Panther attacks on colonizers. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. The animal, like the animal, you're gonna see who they think they trying to extinct, etc. They do everything to destroy nature, but it flips on them. So you'll see that, but you'll see amongst the Panther people, original people, us creating our own and getting more into that fully. Yeah. That power, which leads to prosperity. So I build on the indigenous clans and how to establish warrior clans. That's divine family structures. That's power. All right, so behind me, as you can see, altar, because we dealing with, I'm gonna get some water. We dealing with altering your perception and altering your reality. Ancestors altar, and it's good spring water. Spring water, man. Turtle spring water. Get you some, make sure. You got plenty of it. So altar. Most people know that as an ancestors altar. Now, most of our folks is under Christianity, which they would say that's demon, witchcraft, anything under that nature, they would demonize it because they're under Christianity. They're under the demon of Jesus, whether they know it or not. But it's power in ancestor altars. All right, establishing candles, fire, dealing with elemental knowledge. Elemental knowledge and wisdom is astronomical intelligence, and that's power. That's power. That's ancestral inheritance too, especially when you know who you are, right? So we also honoring, man, legendary sultans like Moulay, like Sultan Moulay Ismail ibn Sharif. You see this hat? It's like some people will say this like the old Sharif hat. It's actually a crown. Sharifs over here rock their crowns like this. And you will see them with normally like they band or they flag kind of in a back, in the back of a crown, right? That's dealing with the chortle energy. That's dealing with also the misnomer piratry energy. That many of our ancestors over here, the pirates of the Caribbean, over here though. So understand how all of that tie together. But the Sharifian dynasty, if you don't know about that Divine Moorish dynasty, when you do the research, they're gonna demonize that brother, demonize the hell out of him. Any of these sultans that's dealing with your dark serpent lords of Al Salam, or what they call in Al Islam or Islam today, that's dealing with the Moorish dynasties that ruled Al Maghrib. Al Maghrib being in the east and in the west. It's an empire. So that's Al Morocco, though, dealing with the Moroccan Mauritanian territory right now, but it was a larger territory at the time that Sultan ruled that territory. That's actually smaller than the territory that he ruled over in West Africa and Northwest Africa, in that territory, right? That's now known of that today. Indigenous name of Africa, Al-Kebalan. Sometimes y'all gotta keep up with me because sometimes I snap into my indigenous mode and start talking damn Chinese to y'all because y'all won't be able to keep up or understand if you just understand colonial terminology today. So forgive the turtle. I'm turtle fast. I slow down anytime I get, I don't want to lose nobody for this one. Because I love to go into powerful Black leaders, powerful indigenous leaders. And when we say Black, it has to be tied to a supremacy level, not any understanding of Black. It's like my brother Palmetto Star represent, it got to be Black supremacy. It got to be something that is empowering tied to Black. You feel me? That you give to it yourself, like Black wholeness. Black whole, the most powerful force in the universe. Anything that we think of as a people, I'm talking about right now. If you're not in a prosperity mode, if you're not in a prosperity portal right now, you slipping. We create this reality. That's what all our ancestors would want us to know. That's what this powerful ancestor that I'm not finished with telling y'all about, Sultan, the Sharifian dynasty. The Sharif is where to get the sheriff from. Remember, the colonizer stole everything from you. What the fuck you think the 6-pointed star that the sheriff wear, the 5-pointed star, and all of that shit is you. But you use it as a gang today and you bang for it. So we got to honor that cat nobility, Yamazi, legend, Maroon, warrior though, Damu. He was Damu. We got love for him. That was my relative. That's really my Damu. So it was my blood relative, Nick, warrior from the cat. We also honoring him too, because it's about family, ancestor. You got to know your ancestors, and you got to put power to their story and existence. The power of my cousin, my blessing, my Damu, my peoples, my loved ones, is that he transitioned through foolish warfare of gangbanging and of colonialism. All right. The only reason that we do that is because we denationalize. I don't look down on none of my brothers that do that because we came up from that, that energy. So and they can come up from it any day too. It just takes knowledge itself and properly understanding that that's warriorhood energy that you come with. You maroon, you warrior like Sultan, like Sharifian dynasty. So the Sharifian dynasty was a Moorish dynasty that when the son took over, Mulin, that Sultan grabbed up every pilgrim that was coming out of that Mediterranean and Europe at the time, because our ancestors had got expelled out of there. He was controlling what y'all would consider the pirates up there. He was snatching up the colonizers and he was enslaving them. Yeah, damn right, I said it. He was enslaving them, Christians, and it was Christians at that time. He was banging on them because they was banging on us. He was actually going, because this is late 1600s, like 1672. So he was going around that time frame in up to the 1700s, right? But he was going against them for us. What they was doing to us, they knew about it all over our empire. As our empire collapsed, we knew what was happening. And if you stayed true to the empire, you was putting in work on them colonizers. So he was one of them brothers. He was putting in work on them, putting a sword to their neck. And yeah, y'all taking my people, enslaving them. Well, we reversing that shit on y'all. That's how he was moving and moving strong with it. Under that Absalom banner, he had the Black Guard. See, they demonize him online. They put that bullshit against him and say that, oh, he got sub-Saharan Africans and he had them as slaves. That's bullshit. He got the strongest amongst us. He employed the strongest amongst us to have his personal security and bodyguard system for all of the ummas he was building, all of the sacred communities he was building, for our people to rule. And he damn sure did that. He was the most fruitful man on record. He was a dark-skinned Moor. Don't let them try to paint a picture of an Arab or of a white boy, because they will do that quick on your ancestors who was powerful and still demonize their ass. So yeah, so he had the most children on record. The most children on record. They say minimal of 850 to 1,000 children. So you already know your old Moorish harem ways. Hell nah, they outlawing the fuck out of that. They don't want you ruling this planet in that type of manner, which all of us can naturally do if we stay in divine alignment of who we are as divine chiefs and rulers, because that's what he did, man. He had the empire really flourishing, that aspect of the kingdom of that empire over there, Al Morocco. He had that flourishing like no other for our people, man, for the benefit of all of us. So we got to salute them soldiers, man, them sultans, them dark serpent lords, though. Salute to the God. Alhamdulillah. Allah white bata. You already know. Salute to the guys, man. Salute to the moles that stay true to Al Salam code. And you already know. Y'all see the prophet, Islam to my moles. And y'all see the beautiful empress. Y'all see the beautiful chocolate goddesses who definitely worship. Give thanks and praises to the empress Vertice. So understand the power of, I'm speaking of ancestor altar too. Ancestors altar is the foundation of any astronomical intelligence, any grandiose intelligence, any higher source intelligence. And I'm telling you, I just told you about my blood relative, my Damu, Nick, who we honor on this day. Salute to the God. As a warrior frequency amongst my family bloodline. None of the youngins amongst me that ever know me within my family, because you know our family's big and not all of my family know me, but none of them are bang blood, crib, GD, or none of that shit. You gotta be out your motherfucking mind. They gonna be warriors for my family bloodline. You feel me? That's the power in what we do. Speaking, you gotta bring power to your family situations. You chosen. You trill chosen. You the savior of your family bloodline, regardless of whether you got seeds now or not. You are a genius. So that's the power of understanding ancestors' altars. Yeah, ancestors' altars. Yeah, giving thanks, lighting some flame up for your ancestors. Fire, you got to understand elements. Divine masculine fire. Water, divine feminine. You feel me? Earth, air. Come on. Them divine 4 elements. Foundation of everything. But that's ancestors' intelligence and ancestors' inheritance. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his beautiful wife, Sister Claire Muhammad. She was a chocolate goddess. Salute to the chocolate goddess. Y'all know we addicted to that chocolate, man. We go get to how we make our own healthy chocolate too. And the interesting thing is that we know that chocolate is supreme food, a superfood. In ancient indigenous societies, y'all see the goddess chocolate was currency amongst our indigenous ancestors. Talking about that Atlantean frequency. You feel me? So understand the power in the nutrients in chocolate, especially when you know how to get authentic chocolate and make it yourself. It's high in copper, magnesium. Man, it's a superfood and it's a bliss food. It's got the bliss hormone in it. So it's euphoric. That's where they get the bliss hormone from, anandamide. Yeah, it's a cannabinoid. Powerful. But yeah, you will have a family bloodline record of you being able to create powerful elixirs that help to heal and nourish your family, and you be fruitful like Sultan. That Sharifian dynasty. The brother had 850 kids. Stop playing. Be fruitful, man. Establish your Moorish harems. Hell yeah, that's your divine inheritance, ancestral inheritance. For us to do those type of things, be fruitful and be fruitful for our empire. That is extremely important. Extremely important. So salute to the God, the Sultan. He was not coming on no Arabism. Yeah, you can't be a Sultan, shout it, and be on no Arabism. Nah, that they don't even fuck with the term Sultan. Because that literally deal with the Dark Lord. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the flesh. I already know what's popping. Salute to the God. So it's important for y'all to know about all aspects of your ancestry. You feel me? All aspects of your ancestry, and all of them fucked up. People try to tell, oh man, you talk about the Moors and the Muslims, man. They had slaves and shit. Like what? Did the Yoruba and the rest of the other African clans, because that was a brother that was into Yoruba, so I had to check him on this. So the Yoruba and the other African clans didn't have slavery and participated in slavery, actually even more than who you saying we should bang on for participating in slavery. But the key thing is this, and like I told him, the key thing is this, is that all our ancestors fucked up in the past. We here to do greater than any of them. And I'm gonna do greater than Sule, the Sultan, man. With them babies, man. I gotta at least do probably about 2,000. I gotta twin them. I gotta match them with that. So I gotta produce twins. So it's coming soon. But that is important for us to really build chiefdom, kingdom, and the power in on a serious tip, marital alchemy, with us controlling contract at this time with our indigenous clans established, our indigenous nobility clans established. Like this water I'm drinking, we get the best of the best. Supreme. You feel me? Like this medallion that we make these medallions. Yeah, it ain't bling bling or whatever y'all perceive as bling bling, but it's protective medallions that blacksmith and alchemists know how to make. You feel me? That we know how to protect ourselves. And beyond this, we live a lifestyle. Oh man, this is the greatest protection that you can ever have. It's like building muscle. And building muscle is your intelligence. And you staying connected to your ancestors. Never let the colonizer fool you to accept Jesus. You never saw this. You never saw dude. And what they show you would do is that he was a white dude, blue eyes. Come on, stop playing. They let Jesus separate you from the greatness of your ancestry. Man, you see that Bumpy J? Salute to the God, Bumpy Johnson. Security protection. Security protection is like no other. Pushing P, protection. Once you intelligent and you establish your intelligence, ain't nothing for us to do but to push protection. and continue to maintain that protection. And listen, I got the legends on the wall. I think these are great, powerful legends. But man, don't you know they tell all of us? Like I would tell you if I wasn't here tomorrow, you got to do better than me. That's what I tell my youngins that come up underneath, whether it's my godchildren or whether it's my nieces, nephews. Listen, y'all gonna do better than me, but I'm gonna raise that bar so motherfucking high, and I just speak naturally. Like my nephew, I speak to him so motherfucking high that, bro, it's gonna be crazy. But you a giant, you gonna get there. You're gonna be better than me. So yeah, we supposed to be twinning all our ancestors, all the greatness of everything they did, and be better than them right here, right now. That's the black hole effect. How was they stopping the black hole? Y'all tell me. Black holeness? How can they stop that? That's the black hole effect. When you understand your greatness, it's like a mirror effect, a divine mirror effect. Divine mirror effect is like a divine mirror meditation that I've been gave out, but I'm gonna give out again. Butt naked in that mirror, 15 minutes. Don't think about one single bad thought about yourself. Think about a progressive thought of yourself. Love yourself. Love everything you see. Know that you're perfect. Perfect. Pushing P. Hey, listen, watch this. The colonizer is the one that put out the false information of us not being perfect. That's a Jesus slave syndrome. We perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you melanin dominant, you original man, original woman, you perfect. So get into that prosperity of being perfect. Yeah. Having what you want, taking what you want. Yes. Living how you want. Powerful. Strong. Perpetuating that too. Yeah. Ancestors. Always honoring the ancestors. Stop playing. That's the shoulders that we stand on. I'm that's salam. I salute. Greatness. Nothing but greatness up there. But greatness right here. You are the ancestor. You are the ancestor altar. You know that, right? Yeah, you got like Elijah Muhammad said, like Master Fard Muhammad said, like all of the legends said. Prophet Noble Jew Ali, Allah, look in the mirror. You feel me? So that's power. Knowing that you ancestors altar and you are the epitome of perfection. Yeah. So right here, you already know what's what. We got to do it. We got to do it. And this is nothing that y'all will get. Y'all have to be in my ummah, my sacred community. So y'all have to get in class. But I will teach how to make indigenous honey coming from indigenous farmers. So we got indigenous market systems where we make honey. This is just one element of what we do. Because in here we got some chocolate. My favorite. Y'all know, because this is infused honey with chocolate. Come on, man. And it got that rose up in it. Yeah, you know we got love for that rose, man. That rose is that divine twin frequency, that divine love frequency that colonizers did steal from us, because we are the most fruitful men on the planet, like Sule the Sultan. You feel me? Like the Sultan of that Sharifian dynasty. You already know what's popping. So as well as, all right, boom. You're gonna be learning how to make various different fermented concoctions, vinegars. So you got to get in class, especially for all the chocolate goddesses. It's a damn shame if you're a chocolate goddess and you don't know how to like really prepare your whole environment. The household is your domain. That's your natural rulership. You're supposed to make that house a home on bloodline. So you got to know how to make healthy concoctions that keep you healthy. This is a healthy vinegar. Yeah, this is a healthy vinegar, but we make various different health fermented concoctions and various different oil infused concoctions. So get in class. None of this is for sale, so that's why I can put it up looking like this, and it's not, it's looking like, packaged all pretty. I don't need to package it pretty. That's for me and my ummah. And you got to be a part of that to even get like some of that. And the key thing is we grow our own food. So that copper though. I was telling y'all about the copper up in y'all system. You got to grow this Jamaican sorrel, or what they call Jamaican sorrel. It's nice and high in copper. You see that maroon, my bloodline. You see that maroon color, and this is important for you to get this up in your system. You to gorge yourself and be able to extract the fat soluble and water soluble nutrients that's in it. Learn that, get in class. Culinary alchemy. Every woman should understand that. Especially the sisters got to understand that wisdom, because y'all gonna be feeding everybody. That's important. This is a cold hardy orange. Fire, man. Off the chain, and especially when you know how to make different health concoctions, different type of health concoctions. We know how to make tinctures. We got tinctures outside too going. And we infuse all different type of oils. Especially we like the exotic mustard seed type oil. We grow our own mustard and we make our own mustard seed. So y'all got to get down with the Ummah to understand how we do what we do. Our sacred community to where we build our own, because all of this is just to show you got to be comfortable and love yourself and build your own. That's the time of it. The U.S. colonial government shutdown. It's a wrap for this shit. Yeah, Trump card. We're gonna build on how MLK, salute the MLK ancestors out to his day coming to. We're gonna salute him too for being a man and correcting his wrong. You feel me? And now he on Trump head. But y'all got to understand how ancestors operate. Elijah Muhammad said, at this time, we need to control the elements. First element, fire. That masculine, divine element, water. That divine feminine element, air. That divine masculine element, earth. That divine feminine element. Learn about that in class, because that's alchemy. You got to understand alchemy to establish powerful family structures. Yes, is that important? So that's what this build was tonight. Anybody want to build with me on that? Just hit me on all the social media links. You got the TooRawFitTV.tv with Prince Turtle, the Big Headed Alchemist, and then you got the Instagram T, the Big Headed Alchemist, and y'all see how it's spelled. So you already know. Salute to the fam. Link with me class is tomorrow. It's Friday and Sunday. So just hit me up, DM me, so you can get in class and get to the prosperity, because we in that portal perpetually. Salute to the guys. Put up the ancestors altar though.